If you've ever noticed that your meta ads seem to perform worse the more you obsess over them, you're not imagining it. In fact, meta ads often work better when you care less about them. I don't mean ignoring performance. I don't mean letting money burn. I mean when you stop micromanaging every single metric, refreshing the ads manager every single day, all day long, and reacting emotionally to normal fluctuations. Because one of the biggest mistakes that service-based businesses make with meta ads is over-attention. They care too much in the wrong way. And in this video, I'm gonna explain why caring less actually leads to better performance, more stability, and lower costs over time. If you're new to this channel, my name is Christian Jamal. I've spent well over $100 million on paid ads. And on this channel, I make videos for service-based businesses that are scaling with paid ads on Meta as well as Google. My goal is for all of you to have ads that absolutely print, so let's dive in. Most people treat Meta like a remote control. If performance dips, they press the buttons, changing creative, changing targeting, changing budgets, duplicating campaigns, turning things off, turning things back on. They believe that fast reactions equals fast fixes. That's not exactly how it works. But Meta ads is not a remote control. They work more like cruise control. They need time, consistency, and stability to be able to gather inputs and actually do their job. Here's the analogy. Imagine teaching someone how to drive. If every 10 seconds you grab the steering wheel, tap the brakes, or hit the gas, the car never stabilizes. The driver never learns. The ride gets jerky, everyone feels stressed. That's exactly what most advertisers do on Meta. They don't let the system do its thing. They don't let it learn. Meta ads are not instant response machines. They are pattern recognition systems. They learn who clicks, who ignores, who converts, who books, who takes action over time, who watches a certain percentage of your videos. Every meaningful change you make resets that learning. Big budget changes reset learning. Creative swaps reset learning. Audience changes does the same exact thing. So when people say Meta ads are inconsistent, what they usually means is my behavior is inconsistent and that's why my Meta ads don't perform. One of the biggest reasons Meta ads work better when you care less is because caring too much leads to consistent interference. And constant interference kills stability. Let's talk about emotional optimization. Most advertisers do this without realizing it. They launch ads, they check performance daily, sometimes even hourly. If results look good, they relax. If results dip for a day or two, panic sets in. They assume something is broken, or they may assume everything is broken. But Meta performance is not linear. It doesn't move in a straight line. It moves in waves. One day it's strong, one day it's soft, one day it's average. Then it balances out. People care too much and react to noise instead of signals. They optimize based on feelings and emotions instead of legitimate factual trends. They treat a bad day like a crisis instead of a normal variance. And every emotional change that they do restarts the learning process. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Meta ads don't like anxious advertisers. They reward patience and consistency. The businesses that win long-term do not babysit the ads manager. They check performance weekly. They look at trends, not days. They make measured changes, not emotional ones. They don't flinch every time a metric moves. And because they leave things alone, Meta actually gets better at finding the right people. Another reason caring less improves performance is focus. When you obsess over ads, you neglect your system. You stare at your CPM, click-through rate, your cost per lead, but you ignore speed to lead, follow-up, offer clarity, back-end conversions. And here's the irony. These back-end systems have a bigger impact on Meta performance than most ad tweaks. When you stop obsessing over ads, you usually start fixing the things that actually matter. You improve your response time. You clean up your follow-up sequence that you've been thinking about doing for such a long time. You tighten your offer. You improve qualification processes. And suddenly, your ads work better. Not because anything changed on Meta, but because your business did. Think about it like this. Meta ads are like a faucet. Turning the knob harder doesn't fix bad plumbing. If pipes are clogged, more pressure just creates leaks. Caring too much about the faucet distracts you from fixing the pipes. When your pipes are clean, the faucet works fine. You might not even need that much pressure. It might even work better at lower pressure. Most people blame Meta for problems that come from downstream. Leads feel worse, not because targeting broke, but because response slowed. Bookings did not drop because creative died. It's because of sloppy follow-up. Sales complains because leads are bad, but because volume exceeded their capacity, they can't get to everybody on time. Meta didn't break. Your system got stressed. And that's why caring less doesn't mean ignoring performance. It means caring correctly. Caring less about daily showings, short term noise, vanity metrics, and caring more about consistency, stability, systems, capacity. Another reason meta ads perform better when you care less is that meta thrives on trust. When you constantly interfere, you send mixed signals. You tell Meta, this works, no wait, this works, stop this, do this instead. Meta doesn't know what success looks like anymore. It won't know what to optimize for. Stable advertisers give Meta clarity more than changes. They let the campaigns run, they let the data accumulate, they give systems room to optimize. And over time, your results smooth out because when you're making data driven decisions, they're based on fact, not emotion. This is why experienced advertisers often look lazy to beginners. They're not lazy, they're disciplined, they have emotional control. They know when not to touch things and when to do that. They know that doing nothing is sometimes the smartest move. Here's something else most people miss. When you care too much about meta ads, you attach your emotions to performance. A bad day feels personal. A bad week feels like failure. That emotional attachment leads to bad decisions. When you care less emotionally, you think clearer. You analyze with a level mind. You adjust intentionally. You don't overreact. That mindset alone improves your result. Now, let's be clear. Caring less does not mean ignoring the data, never optimizing, letting ads bleed. It means setting rules instead of reacting, looking at trends, not specific moments, fixing your system before tweaking your ads. It means designing your ad operation so that it doesn't need constant optimization. And here's the framework. Instead of changing ads daily, ask, are leads being contacted quickly? Are bookings holding up steady? Is CPL within an acceptable range over time? If yes, leave it alone. Don't touch it. If no, diagnose before changing. What you want to do is you want to change your ads when the data is telling you something is structurally wrong consistently. Meta ads reward calm operators. They punish nervous ones, and it's just that way. It's been that way. That's why some businesses run ads for years and are stable with results, while others burn out the platform. Same platform, different behavior. So when you care less about meta ads, you also stop chasing hacks. You stop looking for that secret targeting, that hidden audience, that magical creative, and you start building a repeatable system, systems that scale. Hacks, they just don't. Meta ads are not something to fight. They're something to cooperate with. The more you trust the process, the more your process works. The less emotional you are, the clearer your decisions become. And the stronger your systems are, the less your ads need babysitting. That's the real reason that your meta ads work better when you care less about them. You stop getting in your own way. You stop resetting the learning. You stop reacting to noise. You stop blaming the platform. And when that happens, Meta does what it's actually good at: finding people, delivering volume, scaling predictably. Don't tie your ad optimization to your daily emotional stability. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments if you're going to take any of these tips and actually apply it in your business. And I'll see you guys in the next video.